Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the life of our dearly beloved. You see, apparently the punk rock aesthetic has rebranded itself once more, and as we all know, young people get to define the current styles. But have young people gone too far? Should they be stopped? Can they be stopped? Stay tuned. At 10 o'clock, we'll find out more. What the fuck is up, losers? I'm Whitey Wish from Young Death, and I saw a trifling, to say the least, troubling, to say the fucking very least. Apparently, the new punk aesthetic is just the early 2000s new metal butt rock aesthetic, just rebranded. Now, styles seem to cycle pretty regularly, honestly. Every 20 years or so, styles that went out of favor will come back. Mullets were cool in the 80s and 90s and then became associated with being like a trailer living person. And apparently now they're cool again. I mean, I don't think they're cool, but other people seem to, so who am I to judge, I'm not a fashionista. I have no idea what's hip and what's not. But the weirdest fucking thing I've noticed lately, as far as like alt punk, whatever you want to call it, is this meme. Labeled the 2023 alt fuckboy starter pack, lovingly named by the losers over at Reddit. As you can see, the Affliction shirts, the acid wash jeans, the puffy DC shoes, the center hair part, and no fuckboy outfit is complete without an Ed Hardy belt. That's right. Now, I'm not entirely sure the average age of my viewer, so I'm not sure if you'll remember or not, but every one of these pieces is taken from a not so old style, in my opinion, but yeah, an older style nonetheless. The center part was cool in the early to mid-90s. I remember thinking it was the coolest shit ever I saw as a little kid. John Connor from Terminator 2 had it. My cousin Johnny had it. Sean from Boy Meets World had it. It was the stereotypical bad boy haircut. Unfortunately, I've always had, poofy hair and could never quite pull the look off. But it's not just the hair. No, sir. No, my friends. The Affliction shirt was the five-finger death punch gym bro youth pastor look 10 to 15 years back. They weren't even really cool then, or even really alternative in my opinion. It was just legit the fucking normie prep style. So it's fucking weird that all of a sudden the alternative has adopted it. But I guess it makes sense because it probably comes from the thrift stores. I don't even think they make them anymore. They probably do now, but I could not remember seeing somebody seriously wearing them. So it seems to me they're more wearing them like kind of ironically, you know what I mean? Because those Affliction shirts are just, they're not cool. But it's kind of like how Nirvana wore like a cardigan, a poofy cardigan. It's like anti-cool, you know what I mean? I correct me if I'm wrong. Please let me know in the comments. But I think that's kind of what they're going for, is anti-cool, because they're really corny. So I'm thinking that they're just being ironic. You know what I mean? And the people who wore them back then were always like the biggest tools. So it's kind of weird that they've morphed into like an alt look now. The jeans are a combination of the butt rock, gym bro, acid wash meets Janko parachute pants that went hand in hand with nu metal. DC shoes were also like a big part of the early 2000s nu metal look as well. Not just nu metal, but even like the Blink-182 fucking, pop punk wannabes, whatever you want to call them. I remember Travis Barker would wear the DCs with the fucking knee-high socks all the time. And that was sort of like, the updated punk aesthetic for like the early 2000s. So to me, it's kind of weird that it's just cycled that fast, because it feels like it wasn't really that long ago. I mean, most of the people doing it now were probably kids when that was happening. Normally, people wait, a few decades before it cycles back through to where people were like actually not alive for when it cycled. You know what I mean? Like, they don't just do something they remember from their childhood. But who am I to judge? I'm not. I don't judge nobody. You do what you want. The problem I have, I don't think it's a bad look at all. I think it looks decent, honestly. But to me, it's just really weird because it feels like it really wasn't that long ago. This style went out of style like maybe 10 years ago. Like maybe 15 years tops. That's like a crazy turnaround, man. Like, normally it takes 30 years before something starts to come back. I don't know if it's because of the internet connecting people more or whatnot, but it's fucking weird that old-fashioned is making a comeback so fucking quick. Because it's not even like the alt fuckboy look, lovingly termed. I'm not calling you fuckboys. That's what they called you. I don't care. Billie Eilish dresses like an early 2000s male rapper most of the time. And she's like the only one I see doing that too. Nobody seems to copy Billie Eilish. She seems to be like the only one who decides to wear the backwards hat and the baggy jeans and all that shit. And I'm truly excited to see if they bring back the eyebrow ring, though. because that would really complete the vibe. Even more ironically is the fact that most of this look was popular with the nu metal guys, and nu metal was what? That's right, boys and girls. It was heavy metal with a little tiny bit of hip-hop. But now this look is popular with, did you guess? The trap metal folks, which is, that's right, rap with a little bit of heavy metal. So it seems as though everything is made like a fucking complete circle pretty quickly. Anyway, moving on to the next part of this strange concoction, tribal tattoos. Now, tribal tattoos are like the pumpkin spice lattes of tattoos. It's the basic white girl look, but for dudes who drink Busch Light and Steel Reserve and shit. I'm a big fan of tattoos. I've worked in several shops, and I personally have a lot of tattoos that people would probably think suck pretty bad. And that's fine, man. Tattoos are for us. They're not for everyone else, which is kind of the issue with tribal tattoos for me. Because, like, tribals are corny, but it just seems like someone who really wants a tattoo but can't think of anything cool, so they just go and get some meaningless fucking tribal design done. If you want a big tattoo, get one, dude. But come on, get something cool. You don't need a weird shape design. You don't. I promise it's pointless. It means nothing. Just fucking draw something weird. Draw flash art. Draw something fucking corny and lame. But at least it'll mean something to you instead of just being weird fucking shapes and shit. It won't be, awful. Where do we think this look originated? I'm fairly certain most of this look was popularized by... Any guesses? If you guess Cemetery, I'd have to agree with you, because I don't remember anyone rocking this look before Cemetery got popular, which is interesting to say the least, because you wouldn't think that a relatively small artist would have such an effect on pop culture. I might be entirely wrong about that, though. If y'all know of someone else who might have brought that look back, please let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious about who's responsible for bringing it back. I have spoke to some of my Gen Z correspondents who have confirmed that this look probably won't last, but I strongly disagree. It seems to have lasted for 20 years now. It never really went away, and now it's popular again. I think they should go full steam ahead, get some dreads, eyebrow rings, Hatchet Man pennants, and just go full force towards the nu metal revival. I believe in you guys. I do. I'm on your side. The world is in your hands now. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm Whitey Wish, a self-proclaimed fuckboy. Signing out.